Hello and welcome to Mothership Gear. Today we have my friend Chris Onesto. Chris, you have a YouTube channel. What is the name of that YouTube channel?
It's This is Onesto.
This is Onesto. And what do you do on your YouTube channel?
On my channel, I talk about plugins and hardware that keeps our lives musical and creative. So a lot of reviews, some tutorials. Yeah, typical music production YouTube.
I love that. So I asked you to bring over a piece of gear for the show, and you brought something in a cardboard box and you unboxed it before we filmed. So what is it and why did you bring it?
Yeah, so this is the Osmose Synthesizer. Expressive E makes it. They hit me up maybe a week or two ago and offered to send over a unit. And when I was talking to you, Spencer, I felt like let's just bust it out and like have a very first impression. I usually hate unboxings. I usually don't like first impressions, but here I am doing both of those at once. Thank you.
I feel like Mothership Gear is the right show for that, because I was telling you that like when people find our channel, it's usually because they either see an instrument and they're just like, what is that? Or they've been looking at it for a while and just like, it's the thing that came up. And we are the thing that came up today. And I like that because it takes pressure off of musicians. Like I want to be able to sit down with a musician and just like talk about a piece of gear. And usually we say it's your favorite or most unique, but we don't, I guess this would be the most unique potentially because it's
for what I own.
It's expressive. So whenever you see a guitar player play the piano, they do this thing with their finger where they're like it's always funny because it's like that's not doing anything. But in this case it
finally does. Yeah, it's really like I have been playing with this for like 10 minutes and it's very fun. And I love that, like just out of the box, I'm like discovering things already. I don't feel like overwhelmed. It's really fun to use. Yeah,
play us a little demo. I feel like every instrument kind of has like a first song that someone writes accidentally. What were the chords you were playing?
Yeah, I think what I always play is like a D, F sharp minor, maybe A, G, so something really happy, simple like that. And I wanted to find a preset that does a couple of things. Like one is if you just tap it, it's just like a little bell, but if you hold it and press, it becomes like a string. And I think that's really interesting. So you can go like strings in the low end. So it's that's crazy. You know, like I didn't program this. It's just a preset. You can just start playing.
And it sounds like there's reverb built into the patch. Am I making that up, or is that just like the release of envelope?
Yeah. So in here, there are some, effects you can add on. I think you can only like run one effect. Maybe that's right. Yeah. So right now there's a reverb on here. There's also like an EQ, like kind of shelf EQ going on, compression as well. So, but on here there's definitely reverb. And maybe I should, share a little more what this thing is. So this is an MPE synthesizer. MPE, I believe, stands for MIDI polyphonic expression. So it's a new way to be more expressive as you play. So of course, there's like the wiggle you can do, the bend. There's also like aftertouch, which is in a few keyboards already. So you press and then you press even more, and it's like it opens up another parameter or modulates another parameter. And there's also like I did just like the little tap. And then if you hold it, it's something else. So there's maybe like 6 or 7 different ways you can play this. It's all on their website. I kind of like skimmed through it yesterday. And what I like about this one is because I've had like the Rolly Seaboard. I played with that before. I also played with the Rolly's Lumi keyboard. And both of those are also really good. I feel like this is better already. It's just, I think primarily because it feels very much like a piano, you know, like a regular keyboard. So there's less of that learning curve already that I'm already encountering. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it sounds like it would maybe be a cool instrument for scoring, like if you were working with string patches. Sure, yeah. So forgive me if you said this already, but if I wanted to run like contact strings through it, or if someone had a really great string sampler VST, could they use the expression right out the box, or is it going to require some kind of like fine tuning and triggering and all that stuff?
Sure. I think if you wanted to, there are some contact libraries that have like an aftertouch sort of expression. I think like Native Instruments makes like some guitars that you can like pitch bend, not by bending the note, but by aftertouch. And that's been really cool. But I think there are some like synth plugins that are being developed and released that are very like MPE friendly. Also some DAWs are MPE friendly, like Bitwig, I believe Logic. There are some ways that you can modulate parameters and presets or instruments that will allow you to do all the weird things here that will like modulate things properly.
Yeah, and how do the keys feel? Like, are they weighted? Are they just, how do they feel to your hands?
They are semi-weighted. They're like a little spongy because there is that aftertouch that you want to like mess with. And what I like is that the feel, like the surface is like really smooth, like not like if you got like a regular piano key and instead of it feeling glossy, you made it matte. That's kind of how it feels. So it doesn't feel cheap at all, which is always really nice. Yeah, it's just like I'm really happy I get to play with this.
Yeah, why don't you play a couple more patches?
Sure. Let's see what I found in the few minutes I got to have with it. Oh yeah, so here's an electric key that I just wanted to hear like a almost like a Rhodes kind of sound that I found. So that's just like me playing like a piano, but so when I press in, there's like that kind of like it's overwhelming there, which is cool. And of course the pitch bend, and of course like Rhodes with the pitch bend is kind of weird. But what's nice is that you're able to turn that off. You also can adjust the sensitivity. So if you have it on a lower sensitivity, you really have to bend it here. But I'm not going to get that just by playing with it, which is kind of nice. And another cool preset I found is like what do you call it? A lead. And that was really fun to play because I feel like leads can really have a lot of fun with MPE. Yeah, like that to me, you can totally do it without MPE, but I feel like it would just take such a hassle and like a lot of finagling. But this is all happening in real time, which is really cool.
Yeah, we're just running 2/4 inch out to 2 DIs, and there's no laptop running software. Those are the core sounds built into it.
Yeah.
Are you able to tweak the patches at all?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, there's a synth. There's like a synth section which has like macros. What do you call it? And like settings for timbre, envelope, release, and all that. Vibrato, delay. Like basic controls. There is, if you plug this into your computer, there is software that you could like really, really tweak things. I've seen the interface and it looks extremely like depressing. They put like zero effort into it because I think when it comes to like a user experience, I think it's for like people who really, really want to do that. This is really designed to just like on the synth here, just tweak it here. But there is the same company, Expressive E, they have made a synth plugin called Noisy 2, and that is like a much better way to tweak your sounds. So yeah.
Could you give us a couple more? Because I'm reading here that they say more than 500 presets.
Yeah, there's a ton here. So let's there's a section called demo. There's a demo category, so let's see what that means. This one's called Lost Ensemble. Cool. This is Paper Heart. Let's see what this means. It's funny. I'm really learning like how when I'm just playing, like my fingers, like they don't really press down straight. So, which is fine. I'm glad there's a sensitivity adjustment you can make because it's I think at a standard it is a little too sensitive for my taste. But here's another one called 70s lead. Fun. Let's see if I can get how about some brass? This is called Brass FM 2. Cool.
Do you think anyone would use this as their premium kind of mainline MIDI controller? Is this going to become the new standard for like, hey, right out the gate, you're a keyboardist, maybe you're a composer, you use keyboards all the time and you're going to get your first MIDI controller. Is this that, or is this for someone who needs this as an option and you recommend another MIDI keyboard next to it? Like who's the market for this? And then where does it slide on like, okay, you definitely need this, or this is kind of extra? Like, why would someone want the expressiveness?
Yes, I think the expressiveness is really good for performing and even for writing. Like if you, I wouldn't be surprised if there are some presets here where like the expressiveness really like makes the preset, when it comes to like who this is for, I think a beginner could totally pick this up. They probably shouldn't, but they can. You can switch the expressiveness off and just make it like a classic MIDI controller, which is so.
Yeah, you want to switch it off and play it and just see how it feels to your hands without the expressive?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Let me choose a different preset real quick. Hold on real quick. I see. So to do that, I need to first pick, let's see here. So first pick the preset you like, and then you got to switch to this classic keyboard mode. Hopefully they make it so that you can go classic keyboard and then browse all the presets. Right. But let's see. Here's one of the presets that we were playing with earlier. Oh no. Hold on. Oh, you know what? The classic keyboard mode might be when you're using it as like a MIDI controller for like your plugins and stuff. That's what it seems like.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Because it does say external MIDI, so that's what I'm guessing.
Got it.
Yeah. But back to like who this is for, I think man, because if like, let's say I didn't get this, let's say this wasn't sent to me, like I would want it probably a lot. It would totally be like a second or third like kind of keyboard,
Right.
I'm glad this is a synth. This isn't just like a MIDI controller. That's really, really nice. It really helps justify the cost, which I think brand new, it's like $1,800.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Which is a lot,
Yeah.
That's a big investment there. But I think, at least for my purposes, this would be like the second or third keyboard that I would be really happy having around.
Yeah.
I hope that I would be able to integrate like what this can do into like my videos and all that stuff. In my past experience with MPE controllers, it did feel like kind of like a new instrument that you're learning. Not from scratch, but just enough to where, I have to practice this, I have to like spend time with this to really get good at it, to find those creative ways to use it. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in and getting to know the Expressive E, the Osmose. Is it just Osmose?
I think so. It's just Osmose.
Osmose.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and subscribe to This Is Onesto on YouTube, and leave us a comment, leave us a like, subscribe here at Ildefonso Inc., and we will see you guys next time. Later.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.